Hi, I have a question to ask you. What makes LA people plastic?
Money.
And what are you saying, that every person in LA is money oriented?
No, not every person.
Why? So you said money. Why so? Why money? I mean, why is it so? I mean, why LA people are not as sincere as, say, New Yorkers?
I don't know if that's true because I've never lived in New York.
You haven't.
But
Well, I come from New York and I can sense that.
oh, okay.
So
Is
why?
that your opinion?
What's that? No, not only.
Oh.
And that's the thing. That I'm shooting a documentary about it, and I was wondering if you could give me a sincere opinion about it.
Well, I just think that. Think about this. Actually, it's not money, but it's.
What is it?
I just
Vanity?
It's a combination of just. I'm not a biblical person, but I think.
Well,
that
I'm
there's
looking
truth
for,
in
like,
this.
from a spiritual standpoint.
Well, what I'm saying is people just. Let's just say that they live their lives in a way where they're consuming instead of putting something positive back into the community.
Uh-huh.
And I think in Los Angeles particularly, there's a certain type of community that's attracted by the entertainment industry.
You're talking about Hollywood.
Yeah,
Okay.
essentially. I mean, think about the marketing and the advertising and the big giant movies. I mean, it's all, in my opinion, geared towards building capital. And there's no spirituality in money.
Right.
You know,
Because
I mean,
money is primarily materialism.
well, it's an earthly possession.
Uh-huh.
It's something. In fact, I think money, in fact, takes the spirit out of a lot of things.
Okay.
Like people forgot what it was like to give, you know?
Uh-huh.
And it's all about what can I get from you in exchange for something.
So it's all about getting.
Yeah, not giving. I lived in San Francisco for a while, and my personal opinion between like LA and San Francisco, in San Francisco I felt like there was a larger feeling of community, like people were there to stay and to put something into it and make it a better place. Where you come here and there's quite a few people who are here to get something and leave. You know what I'm saying?
Get something from what?
From this town. You know, fame, fortune. They're looking to come here to build up something and take that with them and leave.
Are you saying that anyone who visits to stay here for a while and then go?
No, I'm just talking
Or
about
someone who was born here?
I just think that whole focus on materialism and plastic people is, in my opinion, it's mostly a Hollywood thing. Like,
Because we're in West Hollywood right now.
no, I'm talking just primarily like Hollywood proper. You know, up on Melrose and Sunset, there's that whole materialistic vibe going on. Whereas along this neighborhood, it's just people trying to make a living, you know. And so people are friendlier. They're not too worried about their material possessions. They're kind of like look at me, you know. I mean, I walk around and like this all the time. And I just don't find it necessary because I don't want to be judged on what I'm wearing. I don't want to be judged on what kind of car I'm driving. I want to be judged by my actions.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question. What is one thing that's missing that could be improved in humanity? I'm talking about in general, like regardless of where. I'm talking about for humanity, for everyone in this world. What is one thing that's missing in the whole world? I'm talking about in people. What do you think? Compassion. And why do you think compassion? I mean, can you elaborate?
Well, I think a lot of people.
I mean, what is there not enough compassion already?
Right?
What's that?
A lot of people are motivated out of fear.
Right, but that fear is a motivator. I mean, without fear, we wouldn't even progress, would we?
Right, no. But at the same time, it can cause you to be selfish without even knowing it. Because I'm afraid of what you're going to think of me, so I'm going to portray something that I'm not.
Right, but isn't that
It's
betraying my trust in you?
Well, yeah, for sure.
So wouldn't you agree on the fact that it's trust that's missing rather than compassion? I'm talking about the most universal, the most
Well, I don't
the
think
deepest thing that's
I
missing
think compassion comes before trust.
before.
Yes.
I mean, elaborate. That's kind of interesting. I never heard
Well,
of that.
I have to come from a place where whatever I have to give to you is purely unconditional.
Okay.
Whether you take it or leave it is up to you.
Uh-huh.
Whether you thank me for it or not is up to you. Whether you wish to return the favor or not is up to you. That's just the way I am. I don't give because I think I can get something. I do it because it makes me feel better, to make somebody around me feel better, you know?
Okay. But what
So-
are you leaving for?
So then I think initially, because of that aspect, because of that approach,
Uh-huh.
I'm able to trust. You know what I mean? If I wasn't able, I don't know. I
So
can't really-
you still think that compassion is before trust?
Yeah.
It is not the trust. Why is it written on the money that it says, you know, in God we trust? Why is there the word trust as opposed to, you know, in God we have compassion or
That's
something like
just an
that?
old religious belief
You don't
that's
agree
been
with that
taken out
statement?
of context. No.
And you don't agree with the fact that, you know, it's they chose to put it on money rather than, I don't know, on billboards or things like that. I mean,
Well,
do you ever think about, like, you know, from a spiritual perspective, why they put it on there? In God we trust.
I don't
thing?
think it's a spiritual perspective. I think it's a religious perspective. I think it's a dogmatic thing. I think it's something that our culture had adopted, and we don't really know why. A large part of the people who believe in God, I don't think really know why.
Are you an
They just
atheist?
do it. No.
You believe in God.
Yeah, but it's my own conception. It's
What is it?
I really can't even describe it to you. It's
You
just,
mean it's you haven't
it's
thought
just
about
I just know that there's something bigger than me out there that allows me.
that watches
It
over
reminds me that I'm not in control. You know what I mean?
I
like,
see.
Like anything can happen, and I just got to kind of take it as it comes. If I try to control things and manipulate things,
you. Uh-huh.
then everything falls apart. You know. Then I start having expectations, and after you have expectations, when they're not met, then you feel disappointed.
In other words, you're completely spontaneous in your
no,
life.
No, you can't be in this society.
Because
but
if
try
you're
to be as much
controlling,
as
then you're not
possible.
spontaneous, are you?
No,
That's what I'm saying.
but in this society, we can't exist without having that.
Some kind of predetermination.
No, like without having to manipulate somebody or something.
So what you're saying, you still manipulate.
Yeah, sure. You have to. In a sense, in order to be like, say, to have a business or to.
Well,
just
for
to
commercial
exist, just
reasons,
to-
right, right.
To exist financially.
You see, this is, yeah, right. This is capitalistic society. But what I'm kind of concentrating on is from humanity standpoint. In other words, I mean, just imagine if you go somewhere else in the world and, you know, having these views of these concepts from a capitalistic standpoint may not work there.
No,
So, you know what I mean? You're like, you're gonna be like a child there without knowing what to do or what to say or what, you know, how to be around or whatever, how to communicate.
you're saying from a what perspective? If I were to go to another.
From a financial, from, you know, commercial perspective.
That's
Because
true.
essentially everyone, I mean, this is what I've found,
Well,
like,
that's why I originally said money was the thing that.
makes people plastic.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Are you plastic?
I try not
Being
to
from
be.
LA?
I try not to be.
What do you do? What do you do not to be?
I mean, shit, I like nice things, you know?
So you're
like-
talking about material things.
Yeah.
Okay, such as?
Uh,
Okay,
you know, you name it. If there's a new CD I want to buy, I buy it. You know,
Okay.
if there's a rug I see, or if you know, I might be a little extravagant and decide to take a friend out to dinner and spend, you know, more money than it's worth.
Mhm.
You know, shit like that.
Would you actually fight for your possessions that you've accumulated? I mean, if there was something that you would lose everything in 1 second, would you? I mean, how would you consider? What, like, would you?
No,
if
because I've
this
had
were to
nothing in
happen,
it, and I've-
hypothetically speaking, right? Would you start regaining that possession materialism, or
To an
would you
extent,
just
I mean-
become as simpler as pretty much,
I
you know,
live-
universal?
Well, I live very simply now. I mean, I could fit all of my possessions into a small car, you know.
Really?
And I'm perfectly happy with that. And I've been living that way for
What changed your
ever since
perspective?
I left home, I guess.
Where were you living before?
What do you mean?
You said left home from who?
Oh yeah.
Oh, your parents?
Traveled around. I've lived around.
I see. But you were born in LA.
Actually, Orange County. No, Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Yeah.
I see. What's your name?
Jason.
Jason. I'm Renat.
Nice to meet
Pleasure
you.
to meet you. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Pretty good, not too bad.
Good. You guys are all together, right?
Yeah.
Are you from LA?
Yeah.
Were you born here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Always lived, right?
Yeah.
Okay. My question is, I was told by a friend of mine yesterday. He's from LA too. He was born here. His name is Jeff. He said that LA people are plastic.
Plastic?
Yeah.
Fake.
Right. And I'm trying to find out what is it? What's so plastic about them? I mean,
Right.
can you tell me more about it? Like, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, like what-
Yeah. What's so fake about them? He himself claimed that, and I'm trying to understand.
Fake. I don't know why we're fake.
What is the
Not
reason
fake.
why? What is the
I wouldn't
reason
say
why?
we're fake. I think because being in California, or Los Angeles, we pretty much have we have a lot of culture here. I say we have a lot of it. So
But not as much as in New York, I would say.
I wouldn't go as far as saying as much as New York, but because it's a lot smaller, we're getting so many people here. I think that everybody's trying to identify with a different type of culture, meaning that everybody's kind of experimenting around with different cultures, different backgrounds, and it just people are like playing the chameleon role, just switching around, seeing what they like, or
But then again, smooching around for like sincere smooching around, or is it actually like fake smooching
I
around
don't think it's
just
so
to
much
get ahead
Hollywood. No, I
somewhere?
don't think it's so much a Hollywood thing. I think it's just more. I think it's sincere. But pretty much, I wouldn't call it plastic. I wouldn't say.
Have you noticed anything that is related to people being plastic in LA ever since you were born?
You know what? No.
Have you traveled across all over the world?
I've traveled a little bit.
Where have you ever been to New York?
South America. No, I haven't been to New York.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to. I heard diversity was. You know what? I would go as far as saying I think the Hollywood hype, because California, Los Angeles, Hollywood. I think that's what portrays the plastic. When we see all these TV shows now, everybody wants to cut their face up, look like Brad Pitt or whatever. And I think that's what's making us see, like it's plastic. That's what we do. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that we have that facade because people try to keep up with new trends, what's in, what's out, and they change themselves no matter what, and just try to fit in or be the best. But I don't think it's so much as fake, just trying to keep up with everything.
I was told that it's money too. Is there some relation to money? What do you think?
I don't know if it's money.
It's like out here. I guess our persona of New York is like. I guess the East Coast is more like what. I guess it would just be more, I guess, dark, more fashion forward. I guess because it's East Coast, more of a highbrow.
What do you mean by highbrow? Highbrow in what way?
They say the cost of living is a little higher, so they say it's a little more sophisticated. They would say, or a little more. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a right word thing. I embrace it. I'd like to go to New York, check it out, but I wouldn't say.
You wouldn't say LA is plastic.
I wouldn't say it's plastic at all.
What do you think?
Plastic. I think we're all real, and we all stay within our real.
Can you say for everyone or just for yourself? Because you're saying we are all.
Yeah, like
I mean,
everybody
can
from LA,
you speak for everyone?
I say people that come in from other places around the world and stay here in LA, they want to be able to fit in. But since we're already from here, this is us. We're born here. This is what makes us us. At least for my part.
So you wouldn't agree? None of you would agree that LA.
LA is not.
It's
LA
not.
is plastic.
It's real. If it's a plastic, why is everybody coming out?
What are your ages? I mean, if it's not a secret.
I'm 19.
20, yeah.
19. Hi. How are you?
Very good.
How are you? Are you together? Like, are you husband and wife?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Were you born in LA?
No, we were born in Canada.
In Canada.
Montreal.
Do you live in LA now?
Yeah, 45 years.
45 years. Let me ask you a question. I'm from New York, and yesterday I met a person who was born in LA. His name is Jeff, and he said that LA people are plastic. So I'm trying to find out what does he mean by that, and
What do you mean by flashy? Dressing?
Plastic.
Plastic?
Yeah, LA people are fake, he said.
Oh, no.
And I'm trying to find out what is it. Can I sit down?
Sure.
Okay. I'm trying to find out what is it that's fake about them. You know, I never been to LA before. This is my first time.
Yeah.
So
That's not true.
but he is not the only person who told me that. Have you seen anything by living here 45 years? Anything that, in terms of humanity, you know, people being not so sincere?
Not true.
That's not true.
I never met them. People are fine here.
You meet all kinds of people. They're all from different countries. Some are nice
Different
and some are not.
nationalities.
Right, but not as much as in New York. New
I
York
worked
is like
in New
international.
York. I worked in New York.
Right. Would you like if you were to compare, and maybe it's not nice to do, but as far as you judging New York people from LA people,
I like New York people because they're very warm. They're
Then-
very friendly
then in LA.
than LA.
Okay, now why so?
Because that's their nature. They'll help anybody. If you go over and ask them something, they'll help you out.
And would a person from LA not help you?
No, they're not that friendly.
Not
No.
that friendly.
No.
And why so? That is the question. That is the question. Why LA people are not as friendly? What keeps them? Is it money?
No, those people come from the south. They come from all different parts of the country.
Who come from the south?
They
The
do.
people that come here,
Oh, okay. They come from the south.
most of them come from the south and the real mean people.
Mean people.
Yeah, they don't have the personality like New York City. There's no way.
Really?
New York City is a beautiful city. You know, it's big and
Why did you leave it? I mean, you said you lived there.
I was there for 4 months.
You were there for
I left
4 months.
Canada. I left my family and
I see.
went out to New York to work.
Why did you choose LA over New York?
Weather.
It's only weather-wise. You would rather live with unfriendliness of LA as opposed to New York for weather reasons.
Oh, weather and it's just a beautiful city.
It is
LA.
beautiful. It's
get up in
fantastic.
the
There is so much beauty out here,
In
and
New York, you get up in the morning. In the winter, you can't open the door because the snow is that thick.
that's true. That's true. Hi guys.
Hi there.
How are you?
Excellent. Good.
How's it going? I have a friend, and many people told me, both in LA and in New York, I'm from New York, that LA people are plastic. I want to find out what it is that makes them plastic, and do you agree on that? And if not, if you don't agree on that, what is it? Can you elaborate about it?
Plastic.
You do agree on that? What makes them plastic? What is it?
The plastic surgery.
Do you understand the concept
Yeah, I
of it?
understand
What is it? Why? Why?
Not to hang out with those people.
Uh-huh. So what you're saying, they are fake.
Sure, there's a lot of fake people here.
Okay. Have you been to New York?
No, I have not.
Okay. Has anyone of you
I haven't been in New York for like 14 years.
14 years?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think about this particular issue?
I just think in LA that you don't get to know people as well. You just, people are a little more mysterious. You don't know a lot about
They're more what?
people. You know, you just don't know as much about people, the people you see walking around.
People who come here have
You
an
don't get to know
agenda.
them.
Why do you think the reason why people stay away from each other? I mean, they're not as sincere or so.
I have a particular theory about that. I think that the people come to LA for their own reasons. They all want to make it in some way, shape, or form, and so they're all wrapped up in that, like you said, agenda. They have an agenda. They want to accomplish something with their, whether it be stardom or artistry or
Is it fame that they
money,
primarily?
fame. Yeah.
I've got enough friends, I've got enough friends. I don't need any more to get in my way.
Who do you consider a friend?
These
What's
people.
that?
Who do you consider a friend? Who do you
This
like?
guy right here.
Like how do you make a friend? I mean, is the concept of friendship for you when the person is totally loyal to you, when like he or she can give his or her life for your life in case if it need be?
I wouldn't expect him to take a bullet.
Well, isn't that what friendship is? I mean, I'm talking
As long
about.
as he doesn't beat me up or anything. I don't know. Somebody who I can hang out with a lot.
Are you absolutely at peace right now talking on camera?
What's that?
You know,
Are you at
she's
peace?
not from LA.
You're not.
She's just visiting.
You're just visiting. Okay, what's your perspective after seeing people and communicating with people from LA? Do you agree on the fact that they are fake or they are plastic, as you know? Even people from LA told me that, and I'm trying to find out what is it? What? I mean, you ever wondered about it?
But one thing I gotta say is I'm trying to help you out here. I'm trying to give you an answer, but I don't actually believe this. I don't believe that people in LA are plastic. I mean, you know, I think everyone has a right to like do their own thing and like to be you know, their own person. And you know, if people want privacy, let them have privacy. I don't know, but I mean,
Why would you want to have privacy? I mean, what is it about you that you want to be private about? I mean, for what reason?
you know, when you have privacy, then you can get things done.
And without privacy, you can't get things done.
The more privacy you have, the more you get accomplished. You get to do what you want to do.
Really? So what you're saying, everything being discreet, there's more possibility for your mission to be accomplished.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Isn't that
I
what
got
monks
a
do?
lot of things on my plate, and I'm able to do them by like not being involved with too many people. I mean, and I don't talk to my neighbors in my apartment building and stuff because
At all.
I'm just gonna waste my time.
But why wouldn't you? They're your friends, aren't they? They're not your enemies. They're not
They're not my
strangers.
enemies or my
You see them every day, right? Why wouldn't you talk to them?
I just say hello in passing. I mean, I'm not really unless I have to interact with them.
What if
you know.
there's a disaster or something, some fire, and you not being friendly with them, they would not be friendly with you in
They
that
would.
case.
I think that's the thing. I think in Los Angeles there's a kinship between the people who are so self-involved.
Selfish?
Everybody here, not everybody, a lot of people here are really self-involved, but I think that's understood between everybody. And so,
No, but he said self-involved and you said selfish. I think there's a difference between self-involved and
there is
selfish.
difference.
Okay, what is the difference? Can you tell me?
I think you can be self-involved, but then when somebody needs something from you, you can give it to them. So I mean, I don't think being self-involved necessitates implies that you're selfish.
I think that's what people get from Angelino is this idea that plastic is because they are so interested in furthering their own agendas, but it doesn't mean that they are, you know,
Is that-
unfriendly or that you can't be friends with them.
Do you mean that they actually get ahead by taking advantage of others?
Sure, but everybody willingly plays that game. Everybody plays that game.
Yeah,
That's
everyone's
Los Angeles.
complicit in it, you know. It's just the way things are. But you know what? The whole thing about people in LA being plastic, I think that's something that people in the rest of the country want to believe. And you know, when people are going out of their way to you know, let that, you know, the prophecy be fulfilled, they want to believe that. They're looking for the things that'll you know, let them think that it's true, substantiate it.
But even LA people actually concur on that. That's the reason why I'm doing this documentary.
Let's say I go to a party.
It's not just, someone not from LA telling me that.
Let's say I go to a party, I go to a bar. I meet people, I talk to people, and they're real friendly people. I get along with them. So I mean, you know...
Would you talk to them for an advantage?
No. I'm not trying to get anything out of somebody at a party at all. I'm just talking to them.
There are people that do that, but like I say, I think that people in LA a lot of people in LA expect that to happen, and they're okay with it. I think people that come out here and make that judgment, even people in LA that make the judgment that Angelinos are so,
Who's
plastic.
Angelino?
Los Angeles folks, Angelinos.
Oh, Los Angeles, right.
They're
I know, you see.
plastic or
People that have told you that.
vapid or...
The people that have told you that, it's true that they're plastic, those people probably aren't even from here. They're probably
from LA. I actually asked them if they were born here. And they
Born
said,
and raised?
born and raised, always lived. Never left. and yet telling me
I
this.
guess it could go both ways. There are a lot of people that were born and raised in this country.
That's
hate
what
the
made
people.
me really like. I mean, are you for real? What are you saying? You know, you actually live here, and you're saying that
Yeah.
you know this is. I mean, you have a choice to leave, right? If you don't like it. So essentially, he liked it. You know, those people who told me that.
But you know, I think it definitely depends on what type of context you meet people in. I mean, you meet business people, then they're gonna be,
I'm talking about people in general. Just
demanding, they're gonna want something.
I see. What do you think? You haven't spoken about this issue.
Well,
I mean, what can you tell? Do you agree on that?
Well, I don't know. I don't think people characterize an entire city with one word. Especially mostly because it's so transient. I mean, there are people who stay here or live here and are born here and stay here, but a lot of people come and leave and go.
Were you born here? No. Where are you from? Massachusetts. I see.
Yeah.
So, have you been to other parts of the country, like say New York?
Yes.
Did you see any difference between, you know, that particular issue?
Difference. I think the difference between Los Angeles and New York is more a lifestyle than it is.
Where?
Well, between Los Angeles and New York, whereas people in New York are consumed in a different way than people in Los Angeles are. But it's not necessarily, it's not a bad thing in either city, you know? I think people in both cities are self-involved because they have to be. Because you have to be, you care about yourself, you have to be kind of stick up for yourself and
But it's nowhere, no matter where you go, right? I mean, it's
guess,
self-preservance kind of thing.
But it's a metropolitan area. People aren't just hanging out to just hang out. Normally, people go to big cities for careers a lot of the time. You know.
You think so? So it's money.
Well, you can't. Well, in a lot of cities, you can't live there if you don't make money. In LA and San Francisco, New York. I mean, it's hard to live here if you don't make a good living. You have to work for that. In order to get to that place, you have to be at least somewhat self-involved.
I see. Hi. How are you?
Good, good.
So you guys are from LA. I mean, you are not originally from LA, but you live in LA, and for the past what?
About 2.5 years, almost 3 years.
3 years. And you too, right? Somewhere around there. You don't want the camera, right?
37 years.
37 years you've been here.
I was born here.
Oh, you're born here. Okay. Now, okay. My question is, I'm from New York, and a lot of people from LA and New York told me that LA people are plastic. Do you agree on that? If yes, why? If no, why? What do you think about it? What does it mean, plastic? Can you tell me?
I would kind of agree with that in a sense, just because we're not from here, so when we first moved here, there's...
You saw the culture shock.
Yeah, it's a big culture shock.
What is it? What makes what is it that makes people in LA plastic, as opposed to say in your, in your own city?
I just think here plastic surgery seems more acceptable. I guess it's the entertainment industry or something.
Not just plastic surgery. I'm talking about plastic in the sense of fake. Fake. Yeah, superficial.
Yeah, well, I think that has to do with it.
Because they're so materialistic that's
Is it money?
Their number one priority is their looks and their possessions. And so if you don't have it here, then you feel like you're less than. I guess I don't, and I laugh at those
You feel
people.
less humane. You feel like you don't fit in.
I think that you have to look perfect and have all their possessions, like their cars and their designer clothes, in order to feel like they're accepted here.
Is there perfection in this world? Can you really perfect anything in this world? Isn't the world perfect as it is?
I think that people should get all that plastic surgery.
You think they should or shouldn't?
They look perfect with their natural look.
A lot of people told me about my nose. They said, "Why don't you make a plastic surgery?" And I told them, "Why should I alter the God's possession?" I don't know. It's like I belong to the nature. I'm the child of the earth. I was born here, and I go back to the earth. So pretty much anyone too.
I think people usually turn out looking more strange when they have a bunch of plastic surgery. Like that show Extreme Makeover is a really good example of how our society thinks right now.
I see. What about you? What do you think about it? Do you agree on the fact that people from LA are plastic?
I think, I don't know, you get a lot of people that move out here all over the world, and they have, you know, they're coming here for a reason, whether it be in the entertainment industry or whatever. And people that are that, driven, or what you say, they have goals.
Don't be shy, don't, you know, just completely natural thoughts.
Oh. Well, the people they have goals or whatever, and like they'll do whatever they can to get those goals met, whether it be.
So what you're saying, they would actually, if need be, they would kill in order to get ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
In LA.
Yeah.
Have you been to New York?
Never been on the East Coast ever.
Never even contemplated the idea.
Oh, I want to go.
You want to go?
How does that? Let me ask you, but how does New York differ from LA?
Different because they actually mean what they say.
Yeah.
It may be, you know, in some cases it may be kind of, you know, like if someone tells you, oh, I don't like your outfit, how would that make you feel, right? But that is the truth, you know, it's not lying, right? So I would rather live with the truth rather than being deceived. Because essentially, you know, when there is, I mean, deceit comes from what? Distrust, right? I mean, it's like, if I don't trust you, that only then I would not tell you the truth. So it's like, if I'm misled, essentially I could even die from it. You know what I mean? If someone tells me bad directions and there is a cliff and they actually say, oh, go straight, but there's a cliff, and then you think, oh yeah, I might, you know, another 200 miles. And that person telling you that it's 200 miles, but only it's 10 miles, you keep on going, and what if you're blind? What if, I mean, but what if you're walking? What if you're walking? You know what I mean? In other words, what I'm saying is, in New York, the beauty of being in New York, or, you know, living in New York, is the fact that people say what they mean, and in that sense, it's kind of beautiful. But, you know, it's not I didn't start shooting this documentary because of that. I actually met people from LA who visited New York, who gave me this complete difference in terms of, they actually said that people from LA are not as in New York. And I always wonder, what is it? What makes them so? And now, you know, I'm conducting, you know, I'm actually talking to people, and a lot of people don't agree, a lot of people do agree, and a lot of people agree that people are plastic, even if they are from LA. They were born and raised and everything. So, you know what I mean? I'm trying to find out what makes them so. What would you say again?
What makes them so plastic?
Yeah. Is it money, or is it what? Vanity?
The strong presence of the entertainment industry, and how many people are here wanting to be actors or models.
Are you a model or an actor? Actress?
Yeah.
You are. Have you participated in films? Has it changed you before? Like,
I haven't done any films.
You haven't done. I see.
He's a filmmaker, though.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I see. What do you shoot?
Low budget horror comedies.
Horror?
Horror comedies, yeah.
www.janitormovie.com. Great. You got your word out. Now, so what you're saying is you shoot for what? For getting financial? I'm sorry. Getting financial stability from it, or is it rather for the truth? You actually go for the truth.
I just like making stuff. Yeah, entertainment value. I mean, there's no like big, deep, hidden meaning in the movie.
Entertainment value.
Yeah.
Nothing spiritual.
No, I don't make a.
You don't. It's not like you look at it as your mission. You were meant to do this. You don't think about it.
No, I just like being creative.
I see. What is creativity to you?
What is it?
Yeah.
Just building something out of nothing.
Okay. Why would you want to do that?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just so I don't feel like I'm wasting my life away, I guess. So I have something to show that, you know, expressing.
In other words,
myself,
you want to leave something behind.
Right.
Something to remember you by.
Right.
Is that the priority? Is that the reason? Is that your mission, or is it rather you do it because you cannot live your life without it? Like, it's boring.
Oh, yeah, right.
Creativity.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I see. What do you think about it?
About what?
About creativity.
I think it's necessary to live. I couldn't.
Do you act because it's necessary to act, or is there another reason, like to be famous?
There's just nothing
Or
else.
financial
There's
part
no
of it.
other industry or profession that I can even picture myself doing because nothing else makes me happy. That's what I want to do because.
Have you
I
tried?
enjoy it.
Have you tried many things before?
What was that?
Have you tried many things before?
Not many things, but I've tried like office work and things that it's just not my alley. Anything in a creative or arts environment is something that I would be interested in pursuing.
I see. Do you think essentially every human being is an artist? Is just someone who is not, doesn't really know yet? Do you think?
No, I think there's some people who are completely superficial, and that's the only thing that's what they care about is just going and making money. It doesn't matter what they're doing.
Superficial, you mean plastic?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're not creative?
Yeah, but I think they're hollow beings inside.
I see. What do you think?
About what?
About the fact that do people who are considered to be plastic or fake, is there a possibility that they can be artists? Because essentially they do something, you know, they actually do create something out of themselves or out of something.
I don't think they're very creative at all.
You don't think so?
No, because they're
Can you
all-
give me an example? Like, do you know someone who actually you can say that, wow, that person is a fake and I
All the
can...
plastic people, I don't think they're creative because they're all trying to look the same. They all get their perfect little noses and they all have their same designer clothes, their same designer cars. That's not
Nothing
very
unique.
creative to me. No, I don't like plastic people. Yeah, and I have a friend from New York, and she said exactly what you said. That people from New York, they say what they're right up front with you, and you know when you're like anyway.
Yeah, it's like they don't want to take advantage of you in the sense that, or even if you're living in someone's apartment, they would actually tell you the truth, even if it harms their relationship with that person. If that person gets upset, they could kick them out, but that's the truth. You know what I mean?
Here in LA, I think if you don't have anything to offer or someone, then you're of no use to them.
Yeah,
so
they're
they
not
really
even
don't want to waste their time talking to you.
Really?
Everyone's looking to further themselves, and they only want to speak to people who can.
Why did you agree to speak to me? Because you're not plastic. Isn't that?
And we were kind of curious as to why you were walking around with that camera.
That's it. Now, if you were to tell anything to the whole world, I mean, I'm talking about not about plastic people or anything. Just completely like close your eyes and think of something that you always wanted to tell everyone, but you never had a chance. Now is your chance. Regardless of where people come from, regardless of.
I would say not to take themselves so seriously.
Not to take life or on themselves.
Life themselves, to just have a sense of humor about things. And
In other words,
relax.
live life to the fullest.
Yeah, and don't worry so much about.
They're so miserable and they treat people, everyone treats each other like crap.
Yeah.
And it's because they're miserable. And it's like, well, enjoy at least what you have. Don't worry about what you don't have and be miserable. Take it out on me.
What about you?
I guess I'd just say go after your dreams, you know?
Would you stop that?
Excuse me.
He's moving way away.
Hi, how are you?
Who's that? What'd I do wrong?
No, nothing.
Oh, I thought you were working.
Did you? No, don't worry about it. You think I'm busting? It's so funny. How are you? I'm from New York and I'm shooting a documentary about LA and mostly about people from LA. And I was wondering if you would like to participate.
Sure.
Okay, my question is, a lot of people from LA and New York and all over the world told me that people from LA are plastic. Do you agree with that statement? And if so, what makes them so?
Plastic. Huh?
Yes.
I think there is such an influence on concentrating on making a living and only concentrating on making money. So the plastic, I think, is about people just wanting to make money and not having fun in what they're doing.
I see. So what you're saying, it's all about money.
Yeah.
The reason why they're plastic is because of money.
Financially.
Right. Do you agree that this is the way to go? I mean, is this?
No.
I mean, what?
I perform in a children's improv show.
You do?
And I make a pretty good living out of it. I mean.
Oh my God.
You gotta have fun when you're working.
That's true. You have to love it.
That's why I love
Okay. Now, let me ask you a question. Why are you the way you are?
Because my father was an actor. He was in the Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour back in 1971. And I used to go to the rehearsals. And I loved the atmosphere. So I kind of stuck with that while going into it.
I see. Does it make you feel liberated when you actually do what you have to do? In other words, do you feel alive? Do you feel alive from it rather than not doing it?
Yes, because I feel alive because I know that people are enjoying it. I got a lot of sound effects.
Really?
And different voices, so making people laugh is the way I get my kicks in life.
So I love entertainment.
What's your name?
Andre, the opposite of Off-Dre.
Off-Dre. I see. And who's an Off-Dre?
No, that's the opposite of my name. My name is Andre.
Right.
The opposite of Off-Dre.
Off-Dre.
Andre is my name.
Andre.
You know, the opposite of on is off.
Oh, I see. Off-Dre.
I made it up, all right.
Andre. No, that's beautiful. I didn't get it at first.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, now, if you were to tell anything to the whole world, regardless of religious, where they live, what would you tell?
There's more than one way to look at everything. Perspective is what makes life worth living.
I see. Do you live your life to the fullest?
Most of the time.
I see. What makes it full? What do you do to live life to the fullest?
What I do to make my life more enjoyable are the things that I find more enjoyable. Instead of having to go look for work, I look at reasons why I need to work and then concentrate on those. So I concentrate on making my life instead of having to do it.
Is time important? Is time important?
Is time important?
Yes.
Yeah, it's all we have.
Because we have a fragment of every person gets a fragment to live, and if you're not living it to the fullest, then what's the use, right?
Right.
So that's what you're saying. It's important, but yet it's unimportant at the same time. Would you not agree on that? I mean, if you were to look at time like, oh, in 10 years I have to be at that point. How is that fulfilling to live? Because you cannot really speak to people like me approaching you, can you?
Right.
Because you are on a mission. You have to be in that place in 10 minutes.
I like to concentrate on the now because
exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
We have.
That's what I'm talking about. Being spontaneous.
The past is gone, and the future may never arrive.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Have a great day.
See you. Bye. Excuse me. Hi. Hello. I'm from New York and I'm shooting a documentary about LA.
Okay.
And particularly people who live in LA. And were you born in LA?
Yeah.
My question is, a lot of people, even people from LA, told me that people in LA are plastic. And I'm trying to understand, what do they mean by that? Can you tell me?
Well,
I mean, do you agree on that?
In the case of Los Angeles, I
yes.
think it comes down to the fact that a lot of the people act fake, in addition to the fact that they have things put in their body that are actually plastic. I think that's where it comes down to.
Right. So, acting fake. Right. Why?
It's a land of make-believe. Most of the people that are, here, and the reason they're here is because they want to make movies. They want to act. They want to pretend. They want to live in some sort of fantasy world.
But they
Let's be honest, Los Angeles is a fantasy world.
So what you're saying, Los Angeles is plastic in that sense?
Well,
you do agree on that? Were you born here?
I was born technically in Ventura County, which is, while it's the same general vicinity, it is dramatically different.
I see. Now, so what you're saying, the reason why they are plastic is because money? Because of money or fame or what is it? I mean, there's got to be a reason, right?
Oh, he's my husband.
He's your husband?
Yeah.
How are you?
No, people in California are all coming here for fame. So the people that you might meet are the ones that are more plastic.
I might meet because I'm from New York?
No, just saying that if you get the impression that everybody does of Los Angeles, it's because it's all from the media. But look, we're not plastic.
No, I'm not saying that you are.
No,
right,
I know.
right. I'm trying to understand why even people from LA admit the fact that,
You know, somebody like
it's
that.
not like everyone, but majority they say.
Right, they say that people like Pamela Anderson. That's everybody's dream. Well, if somebody finds out that she's successful and she came from Canada to Los Angeles, then the next thing they're going to want to do is make themselves look like her. If they're that type of person that's seeking fame and fortune.
Right.
That's why it gives us a bad rap in California, because people think you have to have, quote, hard body, you have to have...
But is the reason why you would want to be
blonde
like that
hair.
is because of what, being noticed, or is it rather something spiritual, like being happy in this life,
It's
or is
nothing
it something
spiritual at all. It's
what is
very
it? What is
shallow.
it? What is the reason? You know,
Because they
if it's
think-
money, then okay, I
No,
understand.
they think fame is what will make them happy.
Attention.
Well, they
Yes,
think that
exactly.
fame ultimately will lead to the ultimate happiness, but
Because
by
they
and
think
large,
that
in reality,
with
that's
attention they're gonna be, wow, everyone's watching me and it's beautiful, you know. I'm actually
it's
in
really
the spotlight, right?
Exactly.
Right.
But you'll find
But you
out
get the
that
overabundance of that afterwards. That is the reason why celebrities
But it-
don't have freedom.
you also have carbon copies.
Exactly.
You have carbon copies. People are taking extremes to make themselves look like Madonna, look like Britney Spears, because they're popular. It's a popular plastic popular. It's not an internal spiritual thing at all. At all. You don't come here to find your soul if you're in that type of a mode. You don't.
You come here to sell it for the most
Exactly.
Sell your soul.
It's true.
I see.
True.
If you were to tell anything to the whole world, you have a chance.
Anything to the whole world.
Yeah, like humans of the world, no matter where they live, no matter what color, anything completely bias-free. Just your perspective, some truth that you've discovered, some wisdom that you want to tell.
That peace can be found without conflict. It's just more with cooperation. You may have preconceived notions like plastic people in California, and you may not care for Californians because that's all you know. But when you learn that people are people and you and I share similar values and families and things, you and I can relate as people, not as ethnicities.
Exactly.
And we can communicate to each other, learn about each other without conflict.
I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. What do you think? I mean, what would you tell?
I think she summed it up very nicely. So
You agree. You absolutely agree. How are you guys today?
Fine, how are you?
Good. What are your names?
Evan.
Evan and
Giselle.
Giselle. I'm Renat. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm from New York, and I have friends here, a lot of friends, who are from, LA, and they themselves claim that everyone in LA is plastic. People in LA are plastic, fake. And I say, that can be possible. How is that possible? I mean, how could the whole city be like this? Right? And now you mentioned that fake, remember?
Yeah.
About faking and stuff like that.
Right.
Why did you ask me whether it looks fake or not fake?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, essentially, the reason why I'm shooting this...
Well, I don't know. What do people that are in love do? Maybe you can tell me.
Do they fake? No.
What do they do? Like, what kind of things do people do when they're in love?
That's what you're trying to find out?
What?
What are the things you can know when someone's faking or not?
No. What I'm trying to find out is, what is it that makes people fake in LA?
Oh,
That's
what
I'm
makes people fake in LA?
What do you think makes people fake? Are you fake?
Money?
Okay, what do you think? Fame?
Fame.
But there's something beyond that, deeper than that.
They want approval.
Approval. What kind of approval? Someone who wants money or someone who wants fame, what do they want? Attention?
They want approval
Of who?
of all the people. They want to stand out. They want to be different. They want to see someone is better than the rest of the people.
You mean they want to show that they're better than the rest?
Yes.
Okay, in what way? Better than in what way?
It could be power. Some people search for power.
Power?
Yeah.
What kind of power are you talking about? Electricity? Well, you know, any power is electricity essentially, right? It's like energy.
It's presented in different ways.
Evan, what do you think?
Why people fake?
Why do they strive for it?
They have insecurity. People that get exposed to all this in LA for the first time, it's overwhelming to them. People that come from other places, they come here and they try to climb too quickly.
What about people who were born here also? See, I actually was told by people who are born here that they do admit the fact that people from LA are plastic, you know, like
I don't think
and I'm like trying to find out how is that possible? I mean, it can't be all, you know.
More people that are plastic are people that come here that try to be something they're not. I think sometimes people that are here.
Were you born here,
Yeah, I
Evan?
was born here.
What about you, Giselle, right?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
I'm from Mexico City.
Mexico? Are you Mexican?
Yes, I'm
Really? Oh, for some reason I got something like Russian in you. You know, like you don't have any mix of Russian in you?
half from Lebanon.
Half Lebanon.
Lebanese and
Leb-
Mexican.
Really? And you were born here. You're pure American. I mean, you're like, you are.
I'm American.
Right. And you been here for how long?
For 9 months
Only.
only.
Really?
That's why he's making that comment because
Why?
that's what really
Oh,
happened
he
to
thinks
me.
that
Is that what happened to you?
you're fake?
Not that I'm fake, but this environment is totally different from the place I grew up, which is a very
Different in what way? What do you mean? I don't get it.
She has a hard time taking it all in. This is a
In
city,
what way? What do you mean?
Well, this is a city that can consume you. I mean, if you don't know how to deal with all the glitz and all the glamour and all the superficiality,
Mhm.
then you'll get consumed by it. You can get taken in by it, and then
In other
go
words-
after chase after paper lions. That's something I don't think I do. I don't get affected.
What do you
myself.
live for?
What do I live for?
What is your mission in life? What are you striving for?
To have a family and be with somebody that I love, that loves me, and
What is love based on? Can you tell me?
it's based on respect and
What's the one most important thing about love?
Patience.
I mean, think about it.
Patience.
You can love pretty much anyone. I love you. I love her. It's like what we're doing right now, it's somewhat of a love too, because we communicate. It's art.
Being patient, I think, is the most important thing.
You're saying patience?
Yeah.
Patience. Tolerance.
Tolerance.
Tolerance. What do you think?
I think it's respect. Respecting the other person, and sometimes doing things that doing or not doing things that you may want to do, but if it's going to respect the other person, then maybe you hold yourself back and you don't do certain things.
What about truth?
Truth is very important.
What's the most important?
I think it's respect. I think
Respect.
Telling each other the
so
truth.
how about right? How is respect coming before truth? I'm not following you.
Well, I
Or
think that-
trust. How about trust? Isn't trust and truth are like one coin, and one side it's trust, and the other one truth?
No,
it's like without.
I think that respect is different. I think.
But respect is what? Like right now, did I respect you by approaching and violating your privacy?
Like for instance, respect would be. Like for instance, if Giselle
Disrespects you.
had friends, girlfriends.
Okay.
And her girlfriends were. No, if Giselle had girlfriends that were maybe saying things about her or trying to get close to me or doing something like that, if I defended Giselle and I wouldn't allow myself to even be in a position like that. and
But
always
how is this
stand
related
behind
to
her,
respect?
and always stand behind her and show her friends and whoever it is around that I respect her, no matter what anybody says. I think that's respect. I think that you stand behind the other person no matter what, unconditionally. And you don't
allow them to be put in a position where.
But because of what?
Because you make sure nobody gets between your relationship. It's only two people in a relationship. If you let somebody else get involved, then you're misrespecting your partner. Am I right?
If you were to tell anything to the whole world, what would you tell? That is so beautiful, the way you're two together right now. I'm gonna give you the tape. It's unbelievable.
You think the tape lies?
Huh?
You think the tape can lie?
The tape cannot lie?
You think the tape can lie?
Can lie?
Can lie. You think the tape pretty much tells the truth?
Of course. It's another set of eyes. Millions of eyes.
I don't know. You think she loves me? What do you think?
Do I think?
What do you think?
How about I tell you after this conversation?
Tell something to the world.
Yeah, what would you tell? Regardless of their
I would tell
color
them,
of skin,
I think
regardless of where they're from.
Everybody is looking for their soulmates. If you ever find
Love.
your soulmate,
Soulmate,
don't let
soulmate
it
in what
go.
way? What do you mean?
Hold on to it. Don't let it go.
Everyone's looking for love.
Yes.
Okay.
She said soulmate. She's saying a soulmate.
But soulmate, having a soulmate, what would you want to do with the soulmate? To have love, mutual love. Am I right or wrong?
And create love. Having babies is creating love.
Okay, what about you, Anthony? What would you tell the world?
Love hurts.
Love hurts, yet you still get involved with love. Why?
Because it's also the best thing in the world that exists.
So it's not really living life to the fullest without love, is it?
You definitely need someone to share your life with. Makes it worth it every second.
Because essentially we come into this world alone and we leave this world alone, right? And you going through this life, I mean, philosophically speaking, you make somewhat a bunch of contacts, all right? And the more people you love, the more you're living your life to the fullest. Would you agree on that?
You don't need that much people.
You just need one? Really? You sure?
I think it's like.
Think about it. I mean,
It's different types
how could
of
you love
love.
only one person and not
Because
love
there's
the
different
rest?
types of love.
Because you give out love if you are in love. You actually give that aura away.
Well, I think the kind of love that she's talking about is the kind of love where you become like one with the other person. I think that's true love. You can really be like one.
So what you're saying, love yourself first, learn how to love yourself first, and then you will learn how to love others. Or another soulmate.
Yes, that is true. But
Because
for
you
to
cannot
love
really
yourself-
know what love is
Yeah.
until you fall in love with yourself.
Love is giving, I think. Love is giving of yourself.
But it's getting too.
Well, I think if you give of yourself, you're going to be more in love with that person. The more you give to that person. I think that's the key.
And if you get to know yourself first, it's easier for you to love the other person. Why? Because if you know yourself well, you know when is the time you shouldn't be around the person you love.
Exactly.
Because that's when
She's got
you
the
can
point.
hurt someone. So don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to hurt the person that you really love. So if you really know yourself, you stop.
And you compromise.
You leave, or you try to do something to hurt your soulmate.
I see. Evan, are you comfortable?
Yeah.
You don't seem to be.
I have a question for you.
I don't think you can turn it on and off. I don't think love is a switch you can turn on and off. I think you have to be constant or unconstant. It's either on or it's off. I don't believe that you can be with a person, be in love with them, and then disappear because you're going to hurt the person and then come back to them.
And hurt yourself too.
Right, because I think what happens is
If that's love.
If you do that, if you're with somebody that you truly love and then you disappear on them, and then you come back to them, every time you come back to them, that person that you left is going to have like a callus on their heart. They're not going to open up to you the same
Like a
way.
wound.
Like a wound. So I think it's one of those things where you're either in it or out. I don't think it's a light switch where you can flip it on and flip it off. That's my perspective.
Giselle, what did you want to ask me?
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Have you found your love?
Not yet.
Have you?
Have you?
Who's your love?
Evan. Ocean.
Evan, have you?
Have I?
And tell me the truth. Look me in the eye and tell me the truth.
I have.
And who is that?
It's Giselle, but
What is it like to be in love?
You do things that you used to not used to do when you were
Before.
not in love.
time goes by. Time is time.
Fast. Time doesn't.
You spend time with the person, and the time goes by very quickly. It just
Hold on. When you are in love, time goes by quickly,
Yeah,
or
like-
time stops.
Time
The concept of time stops.
stops.
Yeah, time
You
stops.
lose.
Hold on,
track
but you
of
said
time.
it goes quickly.
You lose time.
Yeah,
no,
time
you
stops.
lose track of time.
time.
Which is living spontaneously, which is living in the now, which is not thinking about the past nor the future.
No,
now.
You're not thinking about the time actually.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not looking at your clock and saying, "Oh, I have to leave." Like this.
Do
is
you
enough.
have time?
I have time.
Do you have clock?
Yeah, we have.
I don't.
Okay. What about why do you have time?
Why do we have time
To track it?
to track what? To track love?
No, to track time.
Yeah, you have time to but with love you lose track of time. And
He forgets about his beautiful one.
So why don't you just forget the watch when you with Giselle?
Yeah.
Well, I
Take
was,
it off.
I wasn't with Giselle.
Get rid of it.
I wasn't with Giselle.
What?
I wasn't with Giselle.
Oh, it's a big story.
What? You just met?
No, we just.
Come on, don't tell me you just met.
No, we went through a lot.
We've been through a lot
You've been around for a long time?
We've been together.
Together,
for
I
a
mean.
while. For a little while.
for a very little while.
What?
But a lot of time.
Is that a secret?
4 months.
Only.
We have the same birthday,
Really? When is it?
January 23rd.
23rd? Yeah. Same birthday. That makes you the same sign.
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Do you believe in horoscope?
A little bit.
In zodiac?
We
Zodiac?
think a lot alike. That's another thing. That
What's
when
the connection
you start
there?
loving
Like-
somebody and you spend a lot of time together, you think how he thinks, and he thinks how you think. You understand?
But is it
before
because you were born on the same day, or is it because
we've been spending too much time together? So every time you think about something, you also think what the other person is thinking. So you get to know him so well that he doesn't have to say a word, and you already know what he's thinking.
right? But it's not like finishing off the sentences. It's actually eye contact that really talks. It's like you look in the eye of the person, and you pretty much know what that person feels.
You can use your other.
What's that?
You can use your feet too.
Feet? What do you mean? Give me an example.
Yeah, show him. If I go like this,
Yeah.
I'm happy. If I'm standing there, if I go like this, I'm happy.
Okay, and if you're not happy,
And
what do you do?
when we are
She's
in-
not happy.
You stomp.
Yeah, I'm like this.
No, she disappears.
Oh, no.
He found me today.
No, you
What?
found me today.
You disappeared?
I disappeared.
Where'd you go?
Ouch.
Did you bite him right now? Just now?
Right here, I bite him here.
Oh. Do you know what I consider love?
What's that?
When the two adults are like children.
We actually eat good, man.
What?
We actually eat baby food.
No, you eat baby food.
You too.
I don't eat baby food.
What do you mean?
She likes baby food.
Baby food? I mean, there's more
baby
calories?
can-
What's for? What? I mean, is there a particular
likes
reason?
it.
Huh?
She likes it. She likes Gerber's baby food.
But what's the reason?
She just likes it.
Or like in a puree form? Gotcha. That means pure.
See, I'm pure. He treats me like a baby and I treat him like a baby too. There's actually like 2 kids inside of us playing around.
So it's the dreamers. When the person falls in love, you become completely dreamer and forget about reality.
The reality goes away.
Yeah.
That's part of the problem sometimes because
Because if you get
after a while, reality sets in, and then you have to get back to reality.
So you have to hold on that reality and dreamer at the same
biggest problem
time.
when you're really in love, the biggest problem is that the time you spend with the person is endless, and it goes on and on and on. And it's the best thing there is. But after you spend that time, the bills keep piling up.
Bills?
The bills keep piling up.
Oh, because you don't do anything that you used to do.
Well, I mean, the work keeps piling up. Everything keeps happening. I mean, the world keeps going, and so then after some time goes by, then you panic and oh my gosh, I got to do all this, and then that's when.
Because you still want to continue having the possessions, the material possessions.
The hardest thing is to keep the balance.
Keep the balance of being a realist and a dreamer.
Exactly. And I think we are dreamers. I keep putting him on track.
Yeah, right.
What is God?
God is one.
I know. It's love.
Being love is the closest thing
To
in
being
this world
to God.
The physical world.
God is perfection.
To feeling God.
God is perfection. God is patient.
Why does it say on the dollar, United States dollar, in God we trust, not believe, we trust. Not, we don't have, they didn't put it in the words like we have faith in God, or we didn't, we don't believe it, we believe in God. But they say in God we trust. You ever wonder?
I'm not American, he should tell you.
I
Evan,
don't know. It's a.
you ever thought about it?
Yeah, we live in a Puritan society. It's passed on. That's why we have trust. You're not supposed to let the money. Don't trust in the money. Trust in God.
Yeah, because of
I think that's where the essence.
People in LA, in most of all the world, they make money their God instead of.
So
real
returning,
God.
you mean worshiping God, worshiping money, not God.
Instead of God.
You know Chris Rock? Just about a week ago or so, I came from New York by car, and I thought about it, while in the car, we were driving 4 days straight. Imagine, so much pain, and it makes you think, about life and about you kind of review your life and where you're going, and because it's boring on the road, what are you going to think about or what are you going to talk about? And me and my friend were doing. So Chris Rock said, America worships money. And there's truth in it. If America wouldn't worship money, then America would collapse. Would it not? Or is it essentially that America worships God, listening to that message on the dollar?
That's too deep for me.
You think so?
You're trying to say that America is what it is just because they worship the money more?
Yes.
I think so.
Because, essentially,
Because
someone
that's what
who
they
goes...
do. They dedicate their lives, they quit going to the beach, they quit spending time with their families, they quit even wives cooking for their husbands.
They take jobs.
They just take 2 full-time jobs. They quit doing all things that
they take jobs that
they
sacrifice their
should.
morality.
Yeah, they sacrifice a lot of stuff.
Do Americans have true friendships?
Not many.
Mexicans we do.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, 280 whatever million Americans living in the United States, right? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being loyal friendships, 1 no friendships. No real friends. What would you say America stands at? 5. What do you think, Giselle? 3. Why is it so?
Well, if you ask me about Mexico.
Okay, what about Mexico?
Mexicans are really nice.
Not just friends, not just friends that you've known for a long time.
They offer you.
You just walk in and you're friends with everyone.
I think they offer you their houses, they give you food, and you don't have to tip them because in America everything's all about the tips.
I think Mexicans in Mexico, Mexicans or any foreigners that come here oftentimes sacrifice that whole concept of friendship and of helping other people. They get caught up in the whole American dream, the money dream. They chase the money before they focus on the friendship. And I think you see that more in foreigners than people who grow up here, where they lose their families that are so important to them. That's the saddest thing, I think.
Because there's no amount of money can substitute a family.
Right. Or friendship or love.
So you rather have a lot of friends rather than a lot of money?
No, I'd rather have a few friends, but good friends.
Few good friends. Imagine if you fell asleep one day and woke up and you have everyone your truest loyal friend. Wouldn't that be a beautiful world?
That'd be great.
Where no one is affected by greed, no one is affected by materialism.
I hope that's the next life.
What can we the humans do in order to achieve that?
Think about other people before you think about yourself.
What if you start from yourself and then think about other people?
I think it's better to think about the other person.
But what if you don't know yourself yet? What if you haven't discovered who you are before?
What I said.
You know what I mean? Like, how could you think of someone else when you don't even know yourself? Or there could be another thing. You can discover others and see yourself in it.
That's what you did.
Anyway, I see that you guys are drawing, tired of it.
So we'll just say
What's the
goodbye.
last word?
Have anything else you want to say, Giselle?
Last word.
Listen to it.
What?
Anything else?
Listen to Enigma, you said?
Don't let your soulmate. Don't put your soulmate aside for other material things. Think about your soulmate first and your love first, because you don't find it around the corner. If you took so long to find it, have appreciation of it and love him.
Who's your soulmate?
Evan.
Evan.
Yes.
What do you think? Last word. Probably get the hell out of here. We're tired already of you. No? You're thinking that's not spontaneous. Come on. Just first thing that comes to your mind. You can show it. You don't have to say it.
I can show it.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
I wish you all the best. You are in love, and hold on to that love.
You think so?
Please. If you really want to be living life to the fullest and enjoying this life forever and ever, this is endless.
You think we're in love? I think so.
You don't think so?
I think so.
I mean,
I mean, you do this. This is what
I
you
see
do.
love. I see love.
You do.
And if you think that I'm blind, then what can I say? Yes.
Why is it that people, when they see two people that are in love, why do they want to crush it? Why do they
Yeah,
wanna,
that happens a
because
lot.
This is actually one of the first times.
I know
this
that.
Is probably the first time that we've actually been somebody who's actually said, "Oh, you're in love," and they say,
Because you can see love. Because they see love, and those who don't have love, envy.
Many,
That's lust. That's lust. Principle of lust. What is love? Are you in love?
Yeah.
What is love?
What is love? It's a feeling that people have between each other or an animal or whatever, you know?
What?
Or whatever floats your boat.
Not like bestiality, like that kind of stuff, but like... you know,
What do you mean by
love for
bestiality?
your
I don't know.
cats or something, I don't know.
Love for your cat.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you think there's a lot of love in LA? I am from New York. Why not?
I
Is it
haven't been to
because
New York.
is it because of you know, I've heard the stories about people telling me, even people from LA, they say majority of people in LA are plastic. They are fake. Yeah.
Oh, like
No, I think it's just like defensive. Everyone's so defensive here. Like everyone has, you know, their certain image, and everyone's in competition, like competing with each other. So there's not a lot of love. Like even just walking down the street, people are quicker to just give you a dirty look than to be
yeah,
like, hey,
give you
how's
the
it going?
bird, like for no reason,
Yeah.
you know? But that's LA, I guess. It's just, I guess, when there's a lot of people living with each other, you know, like,
They're
you
all
have to
miserable.
deal with it. And yeah, you gotta, it's like tension.
What are you saying? Living in LA is a miserable
Very
experience?
No, I love it. I would
It's
never
cool.
live anywhere else.
Yeah.
I've lived other places, but I love
Have you
it.
tried New York?
No.
How come?
I want to go to
I want to go though.
Oh my God, you missed a lot. Anyway, but you know, it's not
No,
like it's
yeah.
the end of the world today, right?
Yeah.
No,
All
of
right.
course not.
Now, so what you're saying is you do or you do not agree on the fact that people are plastic in LA? I mean, majority of
maybe
people.
Hollywood, a lot of Hollywood.
Well,
When you-
yeah,
Hollywood's
like
pretty
West
fake.
Hollywood and yeah.
Yeah,
You would agree on that.
Yeah, I would agree.
Why? Why do you think they are like that?
because I guess they're just like trying to strive to be like, just like everyone else, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Go ahead, help me out.
To fit in into the
Fit
picture?
in, yeah.
Well, because it's so like
gotta be like-
Hollywood, you know,
yeah.
it's so
Fantasyland
driven by
kind of
like
thing?
yeah, La La Land, the glitz and the glamour, and you know, airbrushed images. Everybody lives for that.
Yeah, like Photoshop people.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah.
why? I mean, how? What? Like, what I'm talking about is the reason, like, beyond fame. Why would you want fame? Why would you want money? I mean,
don't know, it
they're
might
looking for
seem-
some kind of power, right? If
Yeah,
it's
power
fame,
is
it's
great.
power, right? If
Yeah.
it's money, it's power too.
Yeah.
So why? Why have fame?
Why not?
Well,
I mean, like, why
would
not
you?
try everything?
Would you?
Yeah, sure, hell yeah.
But that would count you in as a fake.
Why? Just because I want money? How does that make me fake? I'm
It's a job,
honest
I guess.
about it.
You just what?
I'm honest about it, you know? Does that make me fake? And it doesn't mean that my whole life is driven like after the fact that I want money. Like everything I do isn't motivated by because I'm hoping to get money out of it or I'm hoping it's going to bring me closer to that. But I mean, I'm just saying I wouldn't mind, yeah. You know, I wouldn't mind.
What about you, Ben?
Famous. I'm content about being who I am, I guess, you know? Like,
But I would like to start a revolution, you know?
What kind of revolution are you talking about?
revolution?
Well, you know, maybe I could... like,
Love
change-
revolution?
Well, yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, what would you do? What would you do to do that?
To do that?
I
well,
told you I'm gonna be spontaneous. So.
It's cool.
Yeah, just, you know, maybe make Hollywood...
What is the first thing you're gonna do?
Well, I came out in that 70s show, so I got a little taste of Hollywood, you know? But
Okay, do you love yourself?
Yes.
How much do you love yourself?
I love who I am as a person, but of course, like, you know, I get insecure sometimes. That's
Because of what?
me,
Who makes you insecure? Is it the people or you yourself?
Myself, because nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent.
True. There you go. True that. What do you think?
What is the question again?
Do you love yourself?
Oh, do I love myself? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. But,
You
yeah.
guess so or you know so? Yeah, that's not.
Yeah,
That's
I
not-
guess I
mean,
can
how
love
could you be part of Revolution with Natasha if?
I'm a rebel.
Come on.
without
Are you
a-
for her? Are you with her?
Yeah, I'm with her.
I mean, if you love her, right?
I have to love myself in order to love her, I guess.
There you go.
So I guess I do. But she's the one that like actually made me.
Okay, how long have you been together?
Not that long. Maybe
How long?
4 months.
How long?
Or a month, maybe.
4 months?
No. Just
2
like
months, but we've been through a lot. Like I've been in
Yeah.
a relationship for years before, and like in the amount of time, it's just like so much has happened. You know, it's really different.
Life is spontaneous.
Yeah, it's very
Interesting.
She was there for me when
Interesting
I was locked
life.
up and stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting life.
It's
What
like you
would you
never know
give?
what's gonna happen,
What would you give? What would you give for it to last your whole life?
Just respect.
No, no. What would you give?
What,
Like,
like
give
material?
up, sacrifice.
Yeah.
Being with other people. I don't know. You know, like I don't know. I give her. I give up. Like I don't know, my drinking. I guess.
You drink?
Hell yeah. I do.
Why do you drink?
To escape reality.
Let me ask you a question. Is there a way, do you think, and I know something about it, what I'm trying to ask you, but I just want to see your perception. Do you think there is a way to be high without any substance?
Yep.
What is it?
Just the satisfaction of knowing you've done something good for someone and you're just at least trying, you know?
Okay, in one word, what is it?
One word? Hey, help me on this. What was it? Oh, what was the question again? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think it's like, I don't know how to put it in one word.
No, not in one word.
Yeah.
To be high all the time. To be high all the time without drinking, drugs, anything.
Maybe love. Love might make you do some fucked up shit, you know? Can I say fucked up shit?
You can say whatever you want. And you already did.
Alright, yeah, I guess love can make, you know, love's the kind of a high, you know?
Makes you high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Now,
Makes you love.
now overabundance of anything could be harmful.
Right.
So that means that even if you have love, too much of love, in other words, if you love her too much, more than yourself,
Yeah, that's not good. It starts to
then
fall apart.
you, exactly. Essentially, love is what? You together as one,
Yeah.
right? Would you die for her? You only if need be.
Only like.
I don't know if we've been together that long.
No, I'm saying, would you sacrifice your life to keep her alive? And why would you leave her alive? Why would you leave her alive if you're gone? If there is love, you get my point?
Yeah, I get
It's
your
like,
point.
it's like, why break love?
That's harsh, dude. Why?
I mean, that is, but that's love.
Yeah,
If that's to, you know, if you really guys are in love, you should think about these
but,
issues.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
I will.
we're
I'm gonna
in
make a
love,
note of
right?
that
You
one.
know, that one's like, you know, maybe if we were married.
You ever heard of this concept? I love you, I'll kill you.
Yeah, that's kind of.
You ever heard of Enigma?
psycho.
Enigma music?
Enigma music? Have you? You're like a real champ.
Enigma music.
No, I don't.
No, what is it like, dude?
Complete disrespect towards me. I can't believe you're disrespecting me like that.
No,
You got
but-
serious. Like, what do you say?
I'm just No, but yeah.
Enigma. I mean, it's not like I promote Enigma or anything like that. But this is the most important thing that you want to listen to discover yourself.
Why is that?
Because I've been listening to this music over 10 years. They have 5 albums out. It's by a guy by the name Michael Cretu. And you've heard about it. You've heard about it, I'm sure. It came out 10 years ago. Okay. Here the first song, it goes, in the next hour, okay, no. Relax, in the next hour we'll take you with us to the world of music, spirit, and I keep on forgetting words. See, I'm totally in this interview.
Yeah.
And when you are like that, you kind of forget. Let me see. In the next hour, we'll take you with us to the world of music, spirit, and meditation.
Meditation?
Yeah.
Meditation, okay.
And does it do that? Do they?
Does it help
Do they
you?
take you there in the next hour?
If you listen to
Yeah.
this music, you close your eyes and you completely forget about this world, as if like just forget about anything that's like even love for a second.
Does it put you like in a trance?
You are taken away somewhere else. Yeah, you're taken away. I'm not saying that this is the only music you have to listen from now on.
Yeah.
But I'm sincerely telling you, if you really want to discover yourself, discover the many sides, I believe that everyone is an artist after this music, after discovering myself. I mean, I'm not saying that I am some kind of prophet or anything like that, but I've discovered many sides of myself that I never knew that I had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even doing this interview about 5 years ago, I would have never done that.
Yeah.
Why? I didn't know myself. How could I know if I could talk to people? I mean, to me, they used to, everyone else who I don't know used to be strangers.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, to me, everyone in this world is a friend. You completely change your view at life.
Sweet.
But anyway.
Yeah. But
returning back to what we're
yeah.
talking about. Now, So what you're saying is love. When the two people are in love,
Yeah.
right? What is it? What is it? What kind of experience are you going through?
I think you learn the most about yourself when you're with another person, actually. You know, and that whole question about, oh, would you like give up? You know, what would you give up and stuff like that. I think
Sacrifice.
sacrifice, or would you die for that person? It's like when you're really in a relationship where you both are really in love, then you want to like motivate each other. You know what I mean? Like
You want to
inspire
challenge each other.
Yeah, and so yeah. it's important.
Because once one of the party, once one partner gives up on challenge, that means love, little by little, fades away.
Yeah.
And then
Like,
that
when people get
person,
jealous and stuff,
exactly.
Then it's like you
It
start.
kills the love, I guess.
Yeah, and then
What
it's
is it?
like you
People are jealous.
Well, when people get jealous and then, you know, they don't want you going out and stuff. When you have no life outside of each other, then
Yeah.
I think that's
kinda boring.
Yeah, and it kills the love too.
Yeah,
I think you have to enrich yourself, keep on
I
enriching
think
yourself
if
as a
you
person.
work on it, it's just, you know, we'll be in love. I think time grasps all love, I guess. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Now, is time important?
Time,
I'm just kidding.
time, like the longer you're with somebody, I think the more you love them because it's like.
Is time important in life?
I think so.
Okay, why do you think so?
Just because time is everything. Time is essence. You know.
Okay, now, do you think that the past is important?
I don't.
What do you
you
think?
should learn from it, but not
Dwell in it. I
dwell on
think
it.
if you allow the past to hold you back, every experience that happens to you, whether it's negative or positive, you have to take it in, like, you know, and grow from it. Otherwise, it's just like, you know, you just stay with it, and it.
But when you are in love, essentially, you don't really look at time, do you? You're completely lost. Time stops.
Yeah.
And you
that's
live in the
true.
now.
That's
Yeah.
You live like it's now, and that's it. You know.
And nothing
Because
else
you don't
really
know what the future will bring. What if in 2 minutes from now, I don't know, God forbid, but the Earth will fly out somewhere, and there's no life, sustaining. You know what I mean? There's no air, so everyone perishes. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear
If
you.
you're not enjoying life to the fullest at this point, then why living at all?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because life is beautiful, isn't it?
Life is a great thing.
I mean, come on. I mean, it's the greatest gift you've ever given.
Given, yeah, it's given.
You know what I mean? And it's given through what? Through love. You know, people making love, and
That's true.
you know what I mean?
Sperm donor right here.
Sperm donor.
No, but
Now,
just I guess. Like,
what is love then? What is love then?
Well, because I guess we gotta wrap it up because I guess we gotta.
We are.
But what is love? Love is just something that you know God has given to us. Because if He didn't love us, He'd smash us down real quick, you know. And by God loving us, we love each other as human beings. And I guess that's love is very universal. I guess you know, love is a great thing. And you know, if you use it, if you think you're in love, then you might not really be in love. You know, it's just in your
Yeah,
heart.
if you have to think about it, then.
Yeah.
Natasha, what do you think?
I don't.
What is love?
Love is.
In one word. How about in one word?
He likes those one words. He's the one.
I mean.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. One word.
Don't think too much. Don't think too much. Love.
What nourishes
Love
you
is what?
destroys you, and I think like love is exactly that. It's
What
both
nourishes you?
destroys you. You know, like what
Quick to
fuels
love,
you.
quick to hate.
What fuels you also is like, you know, your own
Killing
worst
you
enemy.
too.
Yeah, it's like and it's the fuel that keeps you going all the time. You know,
I
no
see.
matter what happens, you always have hope, or there's always that feeling of yeah.
If there is anything you want to tell to the whole world, you have a chance.
Love one another.
Yeah, stop hating on each other and stop being a hater. And all you player haters out there, get your own chick.
What is that on your eyebrow?
What? On my eyebrow? Wait, I got a booger. or what?
thing.
What is that?
What? On my eyebrow?
Yeah, what is that?
It's the slashes right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, baller slashes. Right?
What does it mean?
It's just nothing. It's just why it looks funny.
It's a style.
It's a style.
Oh, you cut it.
Estilo.
It's
Yeah,
not-
I cut it. It's not like.
Where'd you cut it?
At my house.
No, why did you cut it?
Well, just I guess it's a fashion statement. I guess. 'Cause
Fashion statement.
yeah,
You mean you want to show something?
trying to be unique? I guess.
Unique in what way?
Yeah.
But that's not uniqueness. Come on,
No,
everyone does that.
Because see, you didn't know what it really was, so I mean, not everybody knows
Is
about
that
it.
does it show? Does it show that you are in love?
With myself?
No,
maybe?
that.
Maybe I guess.
We could start that, you know.
Yeah, I'll use that one. Eh? I'm gonna have to use that one after that. All right.
All right. So
Well,
you say one thing you want to tell to the whole world is what? Love each other and
Yeah, and and just yeah, it's, you know.
Can you show me?
Live and let live,
Can you
I
show me that you love each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make out or let's take
I don't know. Do whatever. You don't have to
Yeah?
make out.
Okay, well, give me a hug.
Be completely spontaneous.
Oh, this
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Hi. Have you been in love?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me what is love?
Love is when you can't even think about life without the other person.
Okay.
Like if something happened to them, you're just like, that would be the end of it. You couldn't even go on without that person.
Okay. But so what you're saying? Once you are in love, there's no way out of it.
No, I'm not saying that. But when you're in love, you think about something happening to that person, or like somehow you're not together and you couldn't even live without it. It's like, I don't even know how I would
There's
go
a way
on
out
the
of
next
everything.
day. But there's a way out of it.
Can you fall in love with yourself before you fall in love with someone else?
Oh,
You should. You should.
If you don't,
Without it, you
if
are.
you don't fall in love with yourself, you'll never fall in love with somebody else.
Yeah. It's really true. Because you're not going to be the real you if you're not in love with yourself.
Got you. Because love, when there are two people in love, they become one.
Exactly. Half of you.
I'm from New York, and you know, a lot of people, even people from LA, told me
from
that.
San Francisco.
Right, San Francisco, LA, from the West Coast, they said. People are plastic, they say.
Here.
Yeah, why?
Because they're fake.
They're fake.
Why?
Everyone's trying to be a certain way.
Everyone's trying to be a movie star here.
Why? Why?
Why?
For what?
LA.
It's the culture. People walk in like they're a certain way.
Don't you think they are actually going towards love, but through a different route?
Hell no.
What are they going for? Fortune?
A look. An image.
What?
An image.
They're looking for image.
They just want to be, you know.
But essentially they're going towards love, aren't they not? I mean, think about it. Okay, you got all the image and everything, so what?
They might be.
You're all wrong.
But the wrong way.
You're all wrong. You're all wrong.
Go to San Francisco.
LA is not about love.
It's not.
Self-love.
So what you're saying, a person who loves himself would want to come to LA and find love, or no?
You're not gonna
You'll never
find
find love in LA.
I don't know.
You're just gonna find another conceited person who thinks they're
So why
better.
so? Why is this in the nature of people who live in the West Coast?
I
You ever
wouldn't
wonder?
say the West Coast. I'd say
Yeah, it's not.
LA.
You're gonna have a cigarette.
What is all about
I'm
you?
asking for a cigarette.
No, what is it all about you?
Oh, if you only knew.
You only knew what?
If you only knew.
So what is it? What is it? Tell me.
It's all about me.
Tell.
It's all
Well, you say it, but
About.
what is it?
me.
What is it? He doesn't even know, but he says it's all about him.
people aren't real here.
People.
They aren't real.
Why?
I don't know why.
I come from New York.
Because they're all magazines.
Have you been to New York?
Come on now.
Where are you
LA,
from?
you think
New
it's
York.
New York.
Well, from before New York.
I was born in Russia.
Russia?
Yeah, in Baku.
But think about it here. LA is Hollywood. It's movies. They all want to be like, you know, movie stars. They all want to be whatever they're not.